Hi everyone, this is Alexey Tolkachov and CryptoHubber.ru project, where we're looking for the most interesting projects for investment. And today we're going to introduce you the GoldMint company. This is the project that is now launching its ICO, and we spent about a week studying this project with our team. And despite the fact that it has a huge number of pluses and the idea of attaching the cryptocurrency to the gold reserve is cool, there is a number of very important points and questions that I would like to ask before investing in this company. I have a whole list of questions and notes about what they are doing. Let's go ask questions to the team. Hello, Evgeny. As far as I can understand, we're now at the very point when you have started your big gold business. Could you tell us about financial data and achievements of the company? That's right, we are now at the Lot Zolota company's office. The turnover of our company is more than $10 million per month, which is about 500 kilograms of gold. Let's go in and I'll show you how it works. That's the weight of this car, right? Well, the car weighs more, but I think in a year they will be equal. Okay, let's go in and see what's out there. Good. I'm Alexey. Welcome, I'm Andrei. Let me give you a little tour. As I understand, your customers come here with their needs. We have two kinds of customers: ordinary physical clients who come here to turn in their gold, and legal entities. Now I'll show you how it works for ordinary clients. Oh, you even have an Alpha Bank ATM. Not every retail store can afford it. That's because this bank is our partner. We also have ATMs of other banks. Hello, hi. Here you can take one of your staff to the pawn shop. Do you have anything? I've got a ring. Cool, you can show it to the merchant, she'll check it. A diagnosis is been made. She can see that it is 585 gold. According to this, you can get the money 47 grams multiplied by the price that is relevant today. The prices are different every day. After that, you get the money. You can choose either cash or card. In order to simplify the procedure and enforce the law number 115, we have the solution Bogатstvo Bank card. You can transfer money to this card. Usually we do that during 15 minutes. After that, you get your passport back, the card, and you can also cash a bank card. You've got a ring now? Yeah, that's right. You can go and cash the card in this Alpha Bank ATM. Now we are in our second building. Here we have a Lot Zolota back office, the management of our chain pawn shops, our accounts department. Let's go, I'll show you everything. Hello. Hi Alexey, my name is Alexey too. Nice to meet you. Alexey, please tell us, what does the National Association of Pawn Shops do? Well, you know, we're in this business since 2010. The members of our team were the heads of big chain pawn shops in the Russian Federation. We realized that big changes in pawn shop business were coming. It's connected with regulatory history and new technologies that appear on the market. And that GoldMint platform that we are developing all together allows you to solve the market funding problem. From one hand, this allows the pawn shop to receive cheap money for subsequent issuance. From the other hand, significantly reduce the cost of the loan for the consumer. Thank you, Alexey. Thank you too. Bye. Bye-bye. Here is our founder, Dmitry Pleshevsky. Hello, Dmitry. Hello, Alexey. We have been studying your ICO for a week with our team and our analytics. There is a lot of information. For myself as an investor, I found a lot of advantages in your project. But also I saw certain risks that investor can have. So I found Evgeny to meet and get answers to questions to be sure of the project. You've got lots of products built into your project. I have looked through every product, and here's what I noticed. If we talk specifically about gold, you issue a cryptocurrency that is attached to a gold reserve that you have at the moment. Do I get it right? Yes. And what advantages have I noticed for myself in this cryptocurrency? You can get in and get out of the cryptocurrency via your cryptocurrency. For myself as an investor, this is a huge advantage. Because, for example, yesterday I was exchanging bitcoins, and while I was on my way, they cost 4,300. But when I arrived to the place, they cost 4,550. And the strong market volatility is a real problem for people who want to get into the cryptocurrency. This is the first advantage I saw. And the next good moment, as far as I can understand, you are developing this cryptocurrency in order for investors to find the safe harbor when there is a large volatility. There won't be such profitability as in other cryptocurrencies, but here at least you understand how much money you have and you can cash them. We are betting that it will be a gateway between fiat and the cryptocurrency market. Not because gold has low volatility and it doesn't have such fluctuations as the cryptocurrency has, but because of different legal and accounting aspects. That the established practice when you go somewhere to buy cryptocurrency, it's absurd and outdated. Again, it's already an oxymoron when you go somewhere to buy crypto. You can use local Bitcoin plus 7-10%. No, we want to get rid of that. We want to make it so that you could buy gold in your bank's client bank. It means to transfer fiat into cryptocurrency that has low volatility, that is attached to gold, that has a good conclusion on its legal and accounting status, and the banks will allow it. They will allow to buy and sell it within the bank. You just show your passport, you buy gold, and you have golds in your wallet. What you're going to do with it is your own risk. Having a cryptocurrency, you can exchange it to another cryptocurrency, to Bitcoins, Ethereum, Litecoin, to wherever you want, and vice versa. You exchange Bitcoins to golds, which appear in interface of your client bank. You sell it, receive fiat, and buy sausage. This is the main idea of the whole story. We communicate a lot with bankers, and they are very interested in business connected with this kind of operations. Fiat, crypto, crypto fiat, they can't go into this because their lawyers and accountants can determine the legal and accounting status of this cryptocurrency. Huge volatility prevents them to integrate this instrument because, of course, one can lose and start to complain. They are not satisfied with that, but at the same time, they want to earn. According to our estimates, the aggregate entrance and exit to the cryptocurrency is $400 million a day, comes in and comes out. Taking into account the growth of capitalization, they may be more, nobody knows. All this money goes through some strange exchangers in Gibraltar, through Visa Master, and the banks leak one shop but can't do anything. So one of our goals, which will create a large turnover of golds, is to get it legal, to go to the bank and tell them, guys, look, this is the legal conclusion from your bank regulator, audit company, and tax. Take it. They start to buy, sell, and receive commissions on transactions. For a Bitcoin, even if they do that for a Bitcoin, like in Japan, for example, there still will be 699 cryptocurrencies left for which they won't be able to do that. So we need some kind of cryptocurrency that will connect the real world with cryptocurrency. And let it be gold that they are familiar with, especially when it is secured by their gold, which we purchased, transferred it into crypt, sold it in their client bank interface. They earn several times. Just imagine, they have the gold. Then we come and buy, which means we give them the fiat from our accounts. And after that, they have both gold and fiat. After we start selling it, they have the commission. Now they are just waiting till we make it legal. We communicate with banks, so they know that this is the first. Now the second. Excuse me, can I? Yes. I can see that lots of people are saying that a new currency that will beat Bitcoin should appear. Despite the fact that lots of people say that Bitcoin is easy to use, I can see that it's not. It's not, at least for now. Even the transaction speed. See how many frozen transactions are there because of the proof of work system. They can remain frozen for 3 days. I constantly face this, and this is a normal situation. Bitcoin is to be a means of payment. It's some kind of an Apple share that grows constantly, but it can also fall. Payment, not a storage facility, it's an investment. You spend some savings on that and something's going on there. Stable secured currency. Cryptocurrency need a planning horizon for at least 6 months. What he will do in the fall is from 6 to 9 till the end of October. Then there will be a serious fall. I don't really want to tell you how deep it will be, but the correction will be very significant. Our analytics say this, I myself feel it, so there will definitely be a failure. How can you plan the economic activity of an enterprise and business when you have such things happening? If you got Bitcoin and you're a Chinese manufacturing company that needs to produce some equipment, you get paid in Bitcoins, what should you do? You go and transfer it into fiat because your salary, rent, and consumables are in fiat, so you need a tool. The second reason for the turnover of golds to be significant is that business is interested in a fast global payment system. Again, I'm saying that we're gonna be fast because we're taking BitShares 2.0 Graphene. It is proof of stake, allows you to do up to 100,000 operations per second. It has some problems and subtleties about which we can talk as a technical part, but it's gonna be fast. Okay, the next moment. How does custody bot pertain to gold? Does it participate in golds somehow, or is it a separate business in which you invest? As I have already told you at the beginning, we are making peer-to-peer credit system. This is the heart of the system. This thing allows us to check online what does a particular pawnshop has. Ultimately, custody bot doesn't participate in the emission to gold. It looks like this. First, the emission is secured by real understandable gold in UBS, Barclays, Credit Towns, Gazprom Bank. After that, that gold can be used as a storage facility, instrument of payment. And the additional feature of our project that distinguishes it from other gold token projects is that you can invest into it under fixing in gold. What is that? You take your gold token and drag and drop it under a trust management of our company. We spread it among lots of pawn shops, which we created in the legal field of the country where it occurs. This gold turns into fiat, this money go to pawn shops, in pawn shops the people's gold go to custody bot and your money go to some Vasya from Chelyabinsk or to John from Texas. In fact, I have a crypto attached to gold and I can invest this crypto and get higher in fixing in gold. Due to the fact that there is a system, the guys from Aerolab are making this robot. Before the ICO will provide a research paper that proves that it is possible, because very few people believe that it is generally possible. How to determine the quality? We have a whole chapter in white paper telling that it's not so important for us to understand whether it is 100% gold. We created half of the pawn shop from the gold custody bot showed us. But it's huge business. In fact, owners of golds and cryptocurrencies can give it under management and invest in the current business. Only in Russia it is $1 billion. There are 300 tons of gold in pawn shops around the world. Multiply the price of 1 gram by $38, you'll get the amount of this business. Not digitalized business with lack of technologies and very much in need of our money. I mean, in the gold owners' money. What is a pawn shop? It is a profitable, risk-free business, but legally, pledges do not belong to the pawn shop. It's money it gave to people. It has nothing. Here, custody bot proves it has money. Money are in it. We can create it because we are secured. A bank that is unable to transfer a pledge to the pawn shop cannot give it the money. Therefore, this niche is almost not credited. It was the third. And the fourth is getting in and out of crypto, hedging of volatility risks, business planning, storage and management, investment. Investment is not interesting for crypto community, but is wildly interesting for ultra-conservative investors from Texas, from Japan, where there are negative interest rates. And the fourth will have an open API. And on the basis of golds, you can do different interesting things like gold mining companies ICOs. They already lined up to us in the queue because they cannot launch an ICO by themselves on Ether. They need golds. Because the entire audience of crypto gold lovers will already be with us. It's all sort of project developers. We even have guys who plan to make games tied to our gold. Open API, gold transactions will be supported by this as well. Why did I tell you about these 4 cases? So that you and other investors can understand whether there will be a turnover of golds, a demand for golds. We are talking not only about gold mining companies, but also about others. It will be more comfortable for them. When you run ICO, Bitcoin costs $5,000 and then suddenly it falls down to 2,400. And you've got a long term and you need to fulfill plans. But now all these ICOs are with a margin, and we're generally also going to do it with a margin. Because to build a network of custody bots, each of them costs 30, and I don't even want to imagine how much the development costs. It's a very expensive thing. Therefore, in this case, our ICO is quite budgetary. We're going to raise about $43 million on sales. And here comes a very important point. What are we selling? The question is lost. We are talking about the gold all the time, but what are we selling? We are selling mint technical tokens. So is it already the second product? Yes, we've got a double substance. The first gold is not very interesting for crypto community, but is very interesting for real world. The second thing, mint, is very interesting for crypto investors, anarchists, and all who is in this topic. Why? Because it has no restrictions on the growth potential. If we talk briefly, the fundamental value of mint depends on gold turnover. The more turnover, the higher is the mint price. Why? Because mint is in fact a stake of our own blockchain, which we make on Graphene basis. It already has a proof of stake from the box. We don't need to make our own blockchain. We modernize it a bit, we remove the voting from there and make a direct link. For example, if you have 1% of mint, this means 1% of transactions and 1% of commissions. This is your part. We give you the commissions because you close your bond. If you don't use mint, we won't give you anything. And this respect, it's not securities. Yes, this is a big question that I wanted to ask. It's not securities, what does it give us? We can start selling it to Americans right now, but we are not going to do that, despite we have conclusions from the American lawyers that it's not securities. But this gives us the opportunity to enter the US stock exchanges in a year and start a secondary sale. The project's milestones are very important for long-term investors. Milestone number 1 is whether we launched or haven't launched our blockchain. But as soon as it is from the box and we've got a strong team of cryptologists, we'll definitely launch it. How difficult will it be for a regular user? Can you download and install Skype? Yes. Then you've got a chance. Then you've got a chance to become a stake of our blockchain. Because look, all this fuss with mining and other just takes us away from a simple thought that calculation the hash of the block according to the previous block hash transaction record, this can be done by phone. There is no need for computing power. Of course, if you have a lot of parallels, you need a server more powerful. If you've got 10% stake of all mint, there will be only 10 million of them, then probably yes, you'll have to put some server. But as long as the proof of work is some sort of a competition between those who guess more combinations of this hash function, and all this power only works to provide more variants of these combinations to guess, we won't have this. We'll have an exactly understandable bourgeois system. How many mints you have, the same number of transactions for insurance you receive. In fact, mint is a notary's certificate. By purchasing it once, installing the application and running it, you'll always receive a reward in golds. Not from us, not from the company. I sent it to Evgeny, the commission is taken, and you receive this commission, but not the whole commission. But in order to get it, my computer has to be constantly on. Sorry, bud. Either you help us and give us a service and get a profit for this service and pay taxes for this income by yourself. We are not your tax agent. Or you can just earn on growth and falls of mints. You don't give us a service, you don't get any income. Only like this. Either you work or not. But this won't be difficult. In fact, this is the right model to get rid of security. It's not only for that, we need our blockchain to be more safe and more fast. Another question. I can see this is a very popular question in internet. It turns out that all the gold collateral belongs to your company, right? Is it not a decentralized system? Initially, the storage is decentralized. The storage will go in different jurisdictions. We've already got a Credit Suisse, you're welcome to bring Gazprom banks. Brinks is our huge partner. They've got free zones. It is a transport logistics security company which is ready to provide us with its storage facilities. They have free zones in different countries that are not taxed. And the free transport is especially good for precious metals. So storage will be decentralized. The ownership of metal will belong to us, unfortunately. Of course, this is a big problem which we must solve. But if someone comes to us right now and say, I want to do the emissions of golds too, we would be only happy. Please go ahead and do that if you have enough trust to you, your UBS, Barclays, or some Hapoalim from Israel. Please go ahead. Please prove that you've got gold, then go and do the emission. But so far it doesn't work out. This is the first. The second, we can't yet make a direct transfer of ownership from the owner of the gold token to the gold itself. As soon as we make a direct connection, we come under the regulation that is not right at the moment. Again, we'll have 8 months for this, till the second quarter of next year. While programmers will do their work, lawyers will do theirs. I believe we'll solve this problem. I don't want to say it is solved, and I'm not saying that we have such an easy path. Every day we are faced with new problems, every day. And the task of the entrepreneur is not to choose a path without problems, so on and so forth, but even then you can get ill. One of the reasons of gold success is the bank's acceptance. Yet the banks haven't accepted. This is not convenient, and that's why the market is so small. Do you do any work with banks, and do you have any plans for this? Of course, the work with banks is a very important aspect, but it's not critical. We can buy gold in pawn shops. For gold collateral, we don't need banks. We get 500 kilograms of gold per month only in Russia, and we're able to get 2 or 3 tons around the world. We have our own gold. They are ready to take it on storage tomorrow. So we arrange the storage. We can bring it, and we'll give you a certificate of how much gold is stored here. So this is done. The legal problem is to bring tokens and exchange them. Look, how can we solve that? At the first stage, even there is not a single bank that sells it in its interface. There is a large number of payment systems that are ready to accept the fiat currencies using Visa, Master through their gateways and transfer it to our account. It turns out that you pay with your Visa, the money goes to our account, and we use this money to buy gold. And you have golds after that, so this works even without banks. The participation of banks will reduce the cost of transactions for you and will allow them to earn. When the companies raise funds through ICO, people don't really know how much money they have because of the volatility. And the question is, why aren't you launching your ICO on your own cryptocurrency? This is the perfect question. If we had it, of course we would use it, but still we don't have it. We don't have it. In fact, our plans are, let's talk about the money raised through the ICO. There is a board of directors with well-known people with good reputation like Igor Rябinki, Sergio Mansky, and our other advisors. In this regard, the project will be financed in stages. Money will come out of the crypto wallets in two cases. First, if we see that the cryptocurrency is falling and we will run like all the others to save our money. We don't have gold yet. We had it, we would simply quietly wait, but really according to my personal forecast about the possible correction in fall, we'll just launch the ICO, give out mints to everyone, release the decision of the board of directors on the transfer of the cryptocurrency into fiat, and through certain exchanges on exchange we'll withdraw parts of funds. The feature of our case is that from the very beginning we want to comply with all corporate procedures for the management of financial resources adopted in corporations. That's why we plan to hold the board of directors and make decisions about money transfers. When we review the company that is going to launch ICO, one of the things we look at is marketing. And here right now I can see a weak link. Because when you visit YouTube, there aren't so many views on YouTube. There are about 100 views. There are very few people on Telegram's channel. And the question is, where are these clients? Where do you have them? And how do you work with them? In fact, ICO starts on September 20, but doesn't end on September 20. It will last until October 20. All activity goes on the rise. To make it clear, I want to say that we're not focused only on Russia. Our marketing consists of the following components. First, this is packing. Yes, the packing is cool. What you see is expensive and takes a lot of time to make. First, that the packing should be understandable and it should be beautiful, sexy and attractive. This is done. Secondly, ICO trackers. If you look at the key ICO trackers, there are plenty of them. I mean, we are on all websites that provide reviews of forthcoming ICOs. We are there anyway. The third element is a PR. We regularly publish articles on CoinPicker, Cointelegram and other websites, which are always discussed. If you Google GoldMint, you can see a lot of links there. People from all around the world read them. People from Indonesia, China, India write to us. We have all this. Also, we have direct marketing. We gradually increase traffic purchases on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. We do not just want to burn money. And the situation is that we already have about 1,200 confirmed emails from people who want to participate in the ICO. Okay, another important question. I've already seen it on the website, but just want you to confirm. What will this money be spent on? If I understand correctly, it's $44 million. What are you going to spend them on? It's not a fact that we'll raise $44 million. We've got a minimum cap. If we raise less than $1 million, we return everything back, saying thank you everyone, and you can go. Then, the more money we collect, the more actively we will promote goals. In any case, we will develop custody bot, blockchain, and all technical components. The main part goes to marketing, to custody bot development, to legal. Do I understand correctly that if you raise less than 1 million, you will launch this project anyway, but we'll just be moving slower? Even if we raise zero, we'll launch it because we've got a lot of investors standing in line who want to get shares, not tokens. So there is no point in doing it now because in a month the score could be higher. The project will start anyway. Even if the ICO won't happen for some reason, heaven forbid, we believe that people will support us, and we saw what happened in May, and we're ready to answer for these words. How much do you have now? We raised 600,000 during the pre-ICO, and nothing more yet, right? No, we do not advertise it. We are talking with funds and early investors about the opportunity to take place in a line in the first column that goes with the maximum bonus. Official calculations will be presented on September 20. There are people with $100, one Bitcoin. This is for September 20. Whereas conversations, and there are people wishing till September 20, this will grow exponentially. Now you can only see the bottom part of this expo. On September 20, it will be not a peak, but maybe the middle part, and at the end of ICO, I think it will be the peak. I can say that for me, the social evidence was not convincing, but here I can see now that the potential is huge. I got answers to the questions I wanted to get. And for me, as for an investor, it's a great opportunity to get a safe harbor in cryptocurrencies, and as an investor to purchase mint tokens and start getting proof of stake when your computer is on. Okay, I can see it is very interesting for investments. We, with our investors, will participate. And I also want to know what the options are at the moment, and whether we or the people who are watching this video right now can get in additional bonuses. Okay, during the ICO, the mint price will be $7. Taking into account the additional mint bonuses, which depend on when you entered earlier or later. The start price for the first cohort, as we call it, on September 20 will be approximately $583 for one mint, but likely according to preliminary applications and subscriptions, the third cohort will end up before the ICO starts. Of course, we're interested in attracting as much and as fast as possible, and to show that to other people to put money in a smart contract in the first minutes, so this is normal. We are ready to provide a limited number of mint tokens for the people who are watching this video. I think it will be around 50,000 tokens for reduced price $4.50 in terms of Ethereum, Bitcoins for one mint token. Again, $4.50 for one mint token. There will be only 50,000 tokens. Your investors can call you, and you'll have a general picture of how much you have left and how much was sold. If someone takes everything in one lot, you can say, sorry, you missed. If it is taken by parts, this is true as well, till you have these 50,000 tokens. Later the price will be $5.83, but this is a guaranteed entry for the minimum price. It's not the price to decide whether to enter or not. Now, this is for those who have already decided to try to develop this project with us, and of course, in this case, you want to get the maximum discount or maximum profit, maximum bonus. In this case, it's better to be in the first cohort because something can go wrong. It can end up during the first couple hours. We'll be mailing customers and everyone who wants to participate and want to be there. The later you enter, the less profit you get. It turns out that we have the opportunity to buy 50,000 tokens for $4.50 each. Yes, $4.50. As soon as we have them, the price is this. When we are run out of them, the price will be $5.83. Okay, I got it. This is a very good offer. Please come in. We'll be happy to see you. Thanks, everyone. What conclusions do I want to make according to this meeting? The first thing I want to warn you about is that investing in ICO is a very risky business. So invest only the sum that won't somehow break your family budget and seriously affect your financial situation. Concerning the GoldMint project, we can see that the project can conquer and cover the entire market only by means of its cool idea of attaching the gold and securing the crypto by gold. In addition to that, when the company forces closer cooperations with banks, when it makes their capabilities in marketing better, We'll see that it will help. Concerning us, we and our team decided to invest in it. Concerning you, the viewer of this video, make a decision. And remember that investing in ICO is risky. And if you decided to join GoldMint company, you can do that with a special offer for the first 50,000 tokens, which you can purchase at a special price. To do that, follow the link on the screen. And there you'll read in details how to buy tokens of this company with a discount. That's it. It was Crypto Harbor project and Alexey Tolkachev. See you!